Welcome back, students. This is another most important class of this level, that is for equations of motion. Most of the time, one of the equation is asked during any type of test or exam. There are three types of the equations of motion. We will start one by one, but basically we need the basic concept of acceleration, velocity, and time, which we have already discussed during our last classes. So here is our sixth lesson, and in this lesson we will study about equations of motion. So this is the introduction. There are three basic equations of motion for bodies moving with uniform acceleration. Basically, these are the conditions to find out, to calculate mathematical expressions for these equations. The body must be moving with uniform acceleration. These equations relate initial velocity, final velocity, acceleration, time, and distance covered by moving body. You must have pen and you have to note down these two basic points to understand the equations. Number two, important points in derivation of equation. What are the important points? The motion is along the straight line. This is one point. We consider only the magnitude of displacement, velocities, and acceleration. We consider only magnitude. But third one is acceleration is taken uniform. This is the most basic condition which is required to calculate the equations of motion. The body must be moving with uniform acceleration, means there is a need to change in velocity. If the velocity is not changing, then you will be unable to apply the equations of motion or to calculate equations of motion or mathematical form. So this is the case study. Here, consider a body moving with initial velocity vi in a straight line with uniform acceleration a. Its velocity becomes vf after time t. The motion of the body is described by speed time graph as shown in figure. Line AB, the slope of AB is acceleration. This one AB, basically this AB slope is acceleration. The body is moving with the uniform acceleration. And you have drawn this graph, speed along y-axis and time along x-axis. So you have drawn the line to show that the body is moving, straight line shows that the body is moving with uniform acceleration. And if you look at, this is the time, this is the time taken by the body, time along x-axis. This one is the speed along y-axis. And if you are asked to calculate the area covered during this time when the acceleration is uniform, this is a triangle and the area of triangle is calculated, upper side area is triangle calculated by 1/2 base into hypotenuse multiplied by the base. This is the formula to calculate area of a triangle. And this is the formula to calculate area of rectangle. These are the two portions which we have to remember. One is triangle, other one is rectangle. If you have considered, if you understood it, then it will be more easier for you to calculate the first equation of some first equation of motion. So see once again, this is the line AB which shows the uniform acceleration in straight line. This is the time taken along x-axis, and this is the velocity taken along y-axis, and you have calculated the area under the graph. By using these two areas, you are calculating first equation of motion. This is the first equation. Speed time graph for the motion of a body is shown in graph. Slope AB gives the acceleration of the body. This A and B gives the acceleration of the body. How you have calculated BC divided by AC, perpendicular divided by base. So this is equal to the third one, that is A. This is the slope formula to calculate slope. You are calculating this one, it is equal to perpendicular BC divided by the base. So it is equal to BC divided by AC. This one is AB, this one is C. This one is BC and this one is AB. So AC is equal to OD. This AC is same as OD is. These are the parallel. And how will you calculate BC? This portion BC is the total distance is say 10 and this one is 5. Then how will you calculate this one BC? You will minus or subtract total from this one. So you will calculate BC. From the total 10, it will be 5. So this is the same technique used. BC is equal to BD, this one, total, minus CD, this one, this portion is subtracted, the remaining portion is this one. So A acceleration is equal to BD minus CD divided by OD. Same formula you're using because AC is equal to OD. So what about BD? This BD is basically equal to this B, and D is equal to VF. And this CD is equal to VI, and OD is equal to the time taken, this one, T. So you have to put the values and you will be getting acceleration VF minus VI divided by T. This is basically, if you simplify it, here it is divided. You multiply both sides with T, you will be getting AT is equal to VF minus VI. This one, AT is equal to VF minus VI. Again, VF, if you are asked to calculate final velocity, it is VI plus AT. Then define it from this place. If anybody is moving, look at this formula. If anybody is moving with initial velocity Vi, after time t, its velocity changes from Vi to Vf, and acceleration A is produced. There are 4 physical quantities: time, acceleration, initial velocity, and final velocity. You will be given 3 values, 3 quantities. You will be asked to calculate one. You have to make a list. You have to draw the data. You will understand during the numericals the problems. But if a body starts from rest, after 10 seconds, its velocity becomes 10 meter per second. 10 meter is final velocity. After time, certain time, its velocity, you will calculate the change in velocity and you will divide. If you are asked to calculate acceleration, this A will be equal to Vf minus Vi divided by T, the same formula which you have seen here. So if the velocities are given and acceleration produced during the change of velocity is given, you will be asked how much it will take time to change in velocity to reach up to this acceleration. So this will be another type of the problem. It means there are 4 physical quantities. If one is given, then you can calculate the if 3 are given, you can calculate the one. So same is the case here. If time, acceleration, and velocities are given, you will be asked to calculate the final velocity. How it will be, question will be designed. You will be told that a body was moving with a certain velocity, initially starts moving with a certain velocity, 10 kilometer per second. After 20 seconds, its acceleration becomes 30 meter per second square. Calculate the final velocity, you will be calculating final velocity. So this is the technique to use to calculate, to calculate final velocities. Now, what about the second equations of motion? Second equation, same rules are the same for all types of the equation. In speed time graph, as shown in total distance as traveled by the body is equal to the total area OABD under the graph. What is the total area? Total distance S is equal to area and rectangle OACD plus triangle ABC. This one triangle and this one area of rectangle. When you will find the total distance covered by the body, this will be the second equation of motion, and this is used to calculate the total distance of covered by a body. And this is the technique used. Area, you are calculating area of rectangle, this one. Then you calculate the area of triangle, you are calculating half AC into BC. That is the area of rectangle, and this is the area of triangle, which you have already done during your previous classes. So you will find the total, you will add the area of rectangle, this one, with area of triangle. You will be calculating the total area, then you are calculating, find out, and you will see that S is equal to VIT. This is the area of rectangle and this is the area of triangle, and finally you are getting S is equal to VIT plus half AT square. When you are given only initial velocity and you are given acceleration in time, and the question will be if a body is moving with certain acceleration, after certain time its velocity, starting from a body starts from rest, after certain time, 10, 15 or 30 seconds, its velocity, its acceleration becomes 20 meter per second square. Calculate the distance covered by the body, then you will apply the distance formula to calculate. But if distance is given and you are asked that the body starts from rest after covering 20 meter distance in 10 seconds, what will be the acceleration produced? A. Then you will put the values of all quantities here in this formula or equation. You will be able to calculate the acceleration produced in the body. This is the simplest technique to apply. You have to move along the statement like I'm reading here. Look again, if a body starts from rest, after 20 seconds, it produces acceleration, it reaches an acceleration, value of acceleration that is 30 meter per second square. Calculate the distance covered s, then you will put the value of velocity, then you will put the value of time, you will put the value of acceleration, you will calculate the distance covered. Now, the third equation of motion again, speed time graph shows that the figure total distance as traveled by the body is given by the total area OABD under the graph. This is the total area OA, B, and D. O, A, B, and D. This is the total area covered by the body under this graph. When you will apply this technique, first you will calculate the area of triangle, then you will calculate the area of rectangle, same. And when you will add up these two, so this is the total area OA, BD. S is equal to OA plus BD divided by 2 multiplied by OD. You will put the values 2S. This 2 is divided here. It will be multiplied to the other side. Again, you are getting OA plus BD multiplied by OD. Simply, you have to put the values. First, you simplify it to get rid of OD. You have divided and multiplied both sides. BC by OD. Again, BC over OD is equal to acceleration. You have multiplied here with the same term and to the other side as well to get the acceleration. And after putting the values, 2S is equal to BC divided by OD, that is OA plus BD multiplied by BC, and this 2S multiplied by BC divided by OD, that is equal to OA plus BD plus multiplied by BD minus CD. So it becomes, look, this is one thing, that is you are putting the values, and after putting values, OA is equal to CD, and this CD is equal to VI, initial velocity. When you have placed the values, this BC over OD is basically acceleration of a body. Then after putting values, you are getting VF plus VI, VF minus VI. Why? Because BD is equal to VF. When these two are equal, then it becomes a formula, that is A plus B into A minus B. A plus B into A minus B. And this formula is written like A square minus B square. This side is the same, 2AS. 2AS is, this is the same. Other side, you have applied A plus B, A minus B formula, it becomes V square, VF square minus VI square. This is the third equation of motion. When it is applied, when, look, when a body is moving from rest, after covering certain meter distance, a body starts from rest, after covering 20-meter distance, its velocity becomes 30 meter per second. Calculate the acceleration. This will be the formula used to calculate the acceleration, A, and you will be able to calculate acceleration. If you are told the change of velocity is this one, and acceleration, such acceleration is produced, value of acceleration is given, you will be asked to calculate the distance. Look, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Three physical quantities will be given, and you will be asked to calculate the fourth one. And this is the easier formula to calculate. Here, there is no time limit. You are not given time. And if you are given time, first you will calculate the time by using first second equation, then you will put the values of in terms of acceleration or distance, then you will be able to calculate initial velocity, final velocity, distance, or acceleration. If you are asked to calculate the acceleration, you will be given distance, you will be given final velocity. And if a body starts from rest, or certain brakes are applied, starts from rest, initial velocity is 0. Certain brakes are applied, final velocity is 0. So these are the techniques to understand, to apply, to calculate equations of motion in numerical situations. I thank you very much for your patience. Hope you people have understood these three types of equation. Each time you have to draw a graph to calculate the equation of motion. Simply you have to put the values and you have to understand the main logics of the application, the purpose. Number one equation is VF is equal to VI plus AT. There is no distance. You can't calculate distance by using first equation, but you can calculate distance in case of second equation, but there is no requirement of final velocity. But if final velocity is given, initial velocity is given, you are asked for acceleration or distance, one of these two, then you will apply the third equation of motion to calculate the distance. If time is involved, you will be using second equation of motion, S is equal to VIT, to calculate the distance. Another equation to use to calculate the time is S is equal to VT, and you will calculate the time. So what's the gravitational acceleration? An Italian scientist, Galileo, observed that the motion of several objects of the different masses from famous leaning famous leaning tower of Pisa reached the ground at the same time. So what was the conclusion? He stated that Earth attracts every object towards itself with the same acceleration called gravitational acceleration. It is denoted with g, and its value is 10 meter per second square. For bodies falling down, E is positive. Why? Because acceleration is calculated by using formula Vf minus Vi. So final velocity is maximum. When an object comes closer to the Earth's surface, its velocity is maximum. So when you are dropping it, that is zero. Maximum minus zero, it becomes positive. So that's why when the objects are moving in downward direction, it becomes positive. But when you throw any object in upward direction, you are throwing with maximum velocity from the down. It's your initial velocity Vi. When it reaches up to the maximum height, its velocity is zero. It reaches up to the maximum height and it stops for a few fraction of second. So velocity Vf is zero. When you're calculating acceleration, it is Vf minus Vi, means zero minus maximum value, it will be negative. This shows that when the bodies are moving in upward direction, the acceleration is minus. When the bodies are moving in downward direction, the acceleration is plus. So whenever you are calculating using this technique in case of equations of motion, you will place A with G, but plus G when the objects are moving in downward direction, and minus G when the objects are moving in upward direction. So this will be the difference. Vf is equal to Vi plus Gt, and S is equal to Vit plus half Gt square. And for the case when you are calculating acceleration, G 2gh, third equation will be A is replaced with G, and it is Vf square minus Vi square. So with this, we close end of this class. I hope you people have understood. Thank you very much for your patience. I hope you people will do the practice. You will do the practice for the graph, and you will get it clear with the passage of time. Thank you very much.